School districts across Waukesha County are changing policy and not forcing students to quarantine after they may have been in contact with COVID-19 at school. This comes following new guidance from the Waukesha County Health Department. CBS 58's Brendan Cullerton is live now in New Berlin with how schools are adjusting. Brendan.
Natalie, in about an hour, the New Berlin School Board District will meet and decide if they would like to adopt these new loosened quarantine guidelines. Several other districts across Waukesha County have already made that change. Some New Berlin district parents say quarantining students who were in contact with COVID makes them feel safe.
It's what they've been doing so far and it's worked. And I think to suddenly, take that away, then, you're kind of putting, people and children at risk.
Other parents want the policy gone, saying it makes learning harder for their kids.
In person is learn better.
New Waukesha County guidance dictates students no longer need to quarantine after being in contact with someone who had COVID in a school setting. The change is contingent on schools having other COVID safety precautions and the student remaining symptom-free. Some superintendents say quarantines were disruptive to student learning.
One of the most difficult parts of my job this year is having to call a parent and tell them they have to come and get their healthy child when we knew that the risk of them contracting COVID when both parties had a mask on was pretty minimal.
At least 7 Waukesha County school districts have already made the change, including Pewaukee. Pewaukee Superintendent Mike Cady says the quarantine policy discouraged testing.
It became a lot of social pressure to not go get tested because of I was a close contact and I'm positive. Now I'm going to negatively affect other people who may be quarantined.
Cady says only 1% of Waukesha County students put in quarantine actually had COVID. This new policy is not going to be permanent everywhere. Pewaukee says they're going to monitor their COVID numbers and they could reverse the policy if it causes a spike in cases. Reporting live in New Berlin, Brendan Cullerton, CBS 58 News.